Hi guys, how are you? Probably should have done it before I started. All right, it's hot down here. My gosh, I keep messing with my hair. Sorry. Okay, so I hope you guys are good. I am going to kind of explain to you what I would like you to do this week. It does have something to do with blood on the river, but it's a little different than what we would typically do in our classroom, obviously. Because you don't have the book in front of you. So I realized that a lot of this activity is going to be based off of your memory. Hopefully you will do a pretty good job of remembering the book, Blood on the River. My computer mouse isn't working. Okay, so really quickly, make sure you watch the video in its entirety so you get the instructions for this week. I'm just going to go ahead and say what I said in my social studies class. I'm going to give you your activity today. For Blood on the River, it's going to be your ending activity. And then you'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to work on it. That's all. I'm not going to be posting anything else. I'm just going to be posting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm just going to be posting today, Monday morning. And then I'm going to give you the rest of the next 3 days to work on it. So you don't have to get it done right then and there. It'll take a little bit of time, especially if you're using your memory to remember Blood on the River. So it is due on Wednesday. Everything that we've done so far needs to be turned in on Wednesday. So if you've got some outstanding things that you need to get done, then you need to make sure you work on those and get those turned into me. Thursday, Friday, and Monday the next week, that's our spring break. That's what we would typically schedule our spring break. I'm not posting anything during those days. I want you to step back from the computer. I want you to enjoy spring break for however you can. Go outside, social distancing, but I want you to be able to enjoy spring break and not have to worry about any of this. So I will not be posting anything during spring break time. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you're going to get nothing from me, okay? I'm not even going to be checking my computer because I want you guys to enjoy your spring break. And I'm going to sit here and hide under a rock over here on my spring break because we can't go anywhere. Anyway, so I just want that to be, I want you to be aware of that. So the activity that I gave you today, you have until Wednesday to get it done. So make sure you get it turned in to me. So I went exploring and I was trying to find some activities that we could do that wouldn't just be Google Forms every single time because that's kind of my thing. So I thought, well, let's do a book review of Blood on the River from some of the things that we have learned in the classroom. So this is kind of like a review. Now, I realize you don't have a book in front of you, okay? I get it. I understand. So I understand that some of the things that you're going to be doing from your memory. I think you guys can handle this from your memory because you guys enjoyed this book. So we'll see how this goes. All right? Try your best. That's all I'm asking. So I'm going to show you what I am sending your way this morning so you can work on it. So you're going to get on obviously you're on your Google Classroom, you're watching me. The next thing that I send to you is going to be the book review activity. And so it's going to open up in Google Slides. So if you're in your Google Classroom, your Google Slides should open up pretty easy. If not, it may ask you to download it. But Kirsten, you're the only one I'm thinking that maybe you might have to download Google Slides on your phone if you're using a phone. So you're going to go on to Blood on the River book review activity, and it's going to have three things, okay? All right. These have been copied for you so you can write right on them. So I'm going to minimize me a little bit so I'm not as ginormous. And then I'm going to try and blow this up so you can see what it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you can use, of course, it doesn't work. There, okay, now I'm going to stop it or it's just going to keep doing it. All right. Stop. Okay. You can use your little Zoom feature to blow this up, but please make sure you go back to hit it again because if not, it'll keep zooming and then you're going to get stuck like I'm about to. So this is the first one. This is the elements of fiction. And obviously it says while you're reading today's text, look for the elements of fiction. Obviously we've read this the last 4 or 5 weeks. So you guys know what the elements are. We've talked about this before. So talk about the setting. You know what the setting of this book is. You probably even know where the climax of this book is, where that book got really good. Here's your following action. Here are your characters. You by no means need to spell everything correctly. That would be silly. And you don't have to write everybody's names down, only your major characters. So what you can do is it says type here. All you got to do is click on it once, and then it'll let you type. Just backspace the type here. And then, of course, you probably all are going to start with Samuel Collier. Okay. All right. It doesn't ask you for a description of the person, but I would probably say maybe the first 4 or 5 major characters that you believe were major characters in the story. Let's go with 4. Hopefully you can remember. You can always go back to the PDFs of chapters 19 through 27, and you can get names if you've forgotten names. Obviously, we can't go back to the other chapters, but you can try. So you're going to type in the characters' names, the theme. What do you think the lesson of the story is? Like the lesson learned? And of course, obviously, this is the beginning of the story. What happened at the beginning? What was the rising action? The climax? All the way down. Okay? You've done this before. You're just going to type in the spots, okay? So after you're done, you can go over to the next page. The next page is analyzing a character. So again, you're going to click 3 characters. You're going to put their name here, what happened to them, their reaction. So you're going to think of, what you're going to think of is you're going to notice how characters in the story are reacting to the things that happened around them. What can you learn about the characters from their actions? Man, you could do a lot with Sam and John Smith here, even President Ratcliffe. You can learn a lot by the characters by the way they react. So you type in their name, what happened, their reaction to the situation. What can we learn about the character based off the actions? I think you can handle this because we had a lot of characters do a lot of silly and smart things. It doesn't have to necessarily be negative. Okay? So you pick 3 characters. It can be the same 3 characters from this that you pick here. That's fine. I don't care. Believe me, I realize you're doing this from memory. I get it. You're going to have some slack here. Okay? So then after you work on your analyzing of motivation and what makes the characters react the way they do, then you're going to go, of course, to theme. You know I'm going to put this in here. So as we finished the book, we started thinking about all the life lessons. We did that in class. We started talking about what were some of the life lessons that Samuel was learning. What were some of the life lessons that John Smith were learning? So their characters are learning throughout the story. So I want you to think about the story as a whole, okay? And I want you to think about what are some of the themes. Like there could be major themes that come out of this story. There could be minor themes, like tiny ones, like little lessons learned, okay? So again, your major theme is probably what the big picture is going to be about. And then your minor themes are going to be what other minor characters learned. You know, maybe what Richard learned or what James learned or President Ratcliffe. I mean, I'm sure he learned something. Okay, so again, we're digging a little deeper with our book. And I know, again, it might be a little struggle for you to remember some of this, but I do want you to just sit down and think about, relax. It's not necessarily right or wrong answers. I just want you to think about the story that we read throughout the school year while we were together and the ending of the book as we were doing this. Okay? So as you get that finished, once you finish the 3, then all you have to do is hit submit. I think you'll have a submit button up here at the top or a share. There might be a submit or turn in. Wherever that button is, just turn it in and you're done. Okay? So that is all you're doing for this week. This is what you're doing. I'm not pushing out anything else for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm letting you work on this. This is your activity. Okay. And then hopefully we'll get them all turned in on Wednesday and you can enjoy your spring break. And then we'll start something brand new when we come back from our spring break on the computer. Gotta love it. You guys are probably getting really good with technology right now, aren't you? I bet you are. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below the post and I will see them. It dings on my phone. I will see them and I will immediately message you back. Or you can dojo me or whatever, and I will answer any questions you have. Remember, you're doing this from memory. I realize you're doing this from memory, majority of it. It's okay if you can't remember a character's last name. It's okay if you don't spell something right. Try your best, okay? I get it. We're just going with it. We just want to kind of have a closure with the book before we move on to the next thing, okay? Try your best. Think about the story as a whole. What did Samuel learn? How did he change? That's really all I want you to get from this, is you had a character from the beginning of the story change completely, doing a 360, and he's a completely different person than he was at the beginning. That's what I want you to grasp, okay? All right. I'm going to let you go. Again, just letting you remember, we're telling you again for the third time, this is all you're doing for this week for me, okay? I'm not going to be posting any more assignments. You're going to get an assignment for Monday morning, and you have until Wednesday to work on it, okay? Okay, cool. Questions, comments, put them down there for everyone to see so that maybe someone else has the same question so I can answer it for everybody, okay? All right, I will talk to you later. I miss you, and enjoy your spring break if I don't talk to you before then. Bye, guys.